Hey friends, I just wanted to jump on here really quick and share a little story that I was talking to my friend about this morning. We were talking about receiving and how much we have been conditioned in this lifetime to deny what people want to give us. And I started talking about how it can be that we are denying people their joy to give. We all know how good it feels to give, but saying no to somebody or not allowing them to give us what they want to give us just shuts everything down. And I had a beautiful little example of this. It's not beautiful because it was a great example of this. I just went for a walk in my neighborhood last night and I found 2 owl feathers. I found a number of feathers, but I found specifically 2 or 3 owl feathers. And I was walking down the street holding my feathers, and this woman and her daughter come around the corner. And she said, "Oh, you found some feathers. Very cool." We started talking about how they're owl feathers. And the little girl, she got really excited because she's been studying owls in class and she knew what all the kinds of owls and what the sounds were. And it was a really sweet conversation, a really cool connection with some neighbors. And I looked down and I said, "Oh, these feathers are kind of dirty, but do you want one?" I was going to give one to the little girl. And immediately the mother physically was like, "Oh, no, 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 no." She pulled her daughter away and physically blocked me from giving her the feather. And immediately I thought, that's so weird. Maybe she doesn't want her to have a dirty feather. I was so confused by it. And so I just let it go. It didn't feel very good, but I just kind of walked away and I could see the disappointment in the little girl's face. And this is just a tiny example, but it's these little tiny examples that make such a difference. So I love to bring awareness to them. But the mother's inability to receive essentially blocked my experience and her daughter's experience of joy. I would have felt the joy from giving the feather, and her daughter would have felt the joy from receiving the feather, but she instead stopped all of it. And so I just like to bring this up so that we can begin to look at our lives and see where we are stopping whatever life is trying to give us, whether it's a feather, whether it's compliments from others, whether it's praise, whether it's a material item. We stop ourselves so much because we don't think that we should have them. And it's just not true. And also, where are we stopping the joy from others? I've seen this situation happen with others where somebody wants to give something somebody and they're the middleman and they stop it because of their own inability. So by our own inability to receive, where are we blocking the joy of others? And how can we open up to it more and more and more? This conversation's been happening a lot where things start to get good, life feels like it's going good, and then all of a sudden you get uncomfortable. Well, there's nothing wrong happening. Well, this feels strange. We almost have to get used to feeling the joy. We have to get used to feeling like life is okay and it's okay to feel good all the time. It's okay to receive things from others. And it just makes you want to give more anyways. It's this beautiful flow of energy and flow of life. And when we stop that, when we wait for the next thing that's going to go wrong, when we stop and tell people, "No, I can't accept what you're giving me," it stops everything. It stops the circulation. It stops the flow of life. And we are here to experience this joy and this movement, right? This circulation of energy in whatever way that looks. So how can we open up more to that today? How can you open up? I love this line, this mantra, "I am open to receiving." Repeating that to myself in the morning, I'm open to receiving. And watch what life has for you. Watch what life has in store. And it's okay to receive the gifts that life wants to give you because there are so many. And it's so abundant in this world. I mean, just look at nature, the abundance of nature. It's here for us. And things truly do shift when you begin to open to receiving. I promise you that. It's a fun exercise to do. Tell yourself for the next week, every time you wake up in the morning, "I am open to receiving," and write down the beauty that life has for you. Watch throughout your day and see what's given to you. It's miraculous. We must let go of this conditioning of not putting others out. We must let go of this and step into it's okay for others to do things for us. It's okay to accept that and receive it. People want to. It brings them so much joy. Don't you feel so good when you're giving to somebody? It feels amazing. And when somebody denies you your giving, it feels crappy. So let's not do that. Let's stop denying what is meant for us and just allow and open and receive and be gracious. And when we're gracious, it allows us to be present in this moment, which just in gratitude brings more good. It's so beautiful how it all works. I'm open to receiving. What are you guys open to receiving today? More love, more friendship, whatever it may be. Ask life what it has for you and let it know that you're open to receiving with gratitude and grace. Love you.